Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Hey y'all, this is Carolina Diamond, Dr. Rogers, wishing you a happy Sunday, and this will be considered my Sunday table talk. The purpose of this video was actually to speak to you about a posting from Tyrese, but in the midst of me getting things together for this video, I got a notification that Steve Greenberg had posted something about the suspicious account from Joycelyn, or the account that is supposed to be Joycelyn. And he says that they cannot confirm, or haven't been able to confirm, that that is actually Joycelyn speaking in that account or doing these chapters in that media sharing website or whatever that's supposed to be, that's allegedly coming from Joycelyn. Since he put the message out the other day and made the public statement saying that, you know, if it is her, she's trying to do this and she's trying to do that, I felt that it was very appropriate for him to come back and say that they had not confirmed that that was her on that account, because it really put her in a dangerous place by saying that without knowing exactly whether or not that was her. So kudos to him for coming out early this morning and making that statement to try to clear things up as much as possible by simply saying we cannot confirm that that was her, period. So I'm hoping that people decide to just, wait a minute, hold off before you make any more judgments on Joycelyn, and especially, coming at her all types of crazy, because no one has confirmed yet that that was actually her. So there you go. Other than that, I wanted to bring you this information or this post from Tyrese, because a lot of people seem to think that a lot of the celebrities are just not saying anything. They're not supporting other people. And sometimes it's you like to hear what people say, but you also have to listen at what they don't say. So I'm going to play this particular post that he put on Instagram. And I want you guys to listen, because we know about subliminals. Everyone tends to say things without calling people's names. So I just want you to hear what he's saying, and I want you to think about what's going on with rkelly. And I'm going to, just leave it for you to make your own interpretation of what he was saying. Tyrese has had to deal with some things himself with his family. But, he's been able to move on from that. But he decided to post this, and he was very specific in what he was saying. And I want you guys to pay attention to what he's saying and leave your comments below. Also, if you haven't, please like the video. Well, I know you haven't liked it yet because you haven't seen it, but like the video whenever you watch it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. If you want to share the video, please share it. But yeah, do that and leave your comments, because I love reading your comments. So let's watch this video.
There's a reason that I am doing this voiceover diary while looking at a fireplace, because some of y'all are on fire. On fire with guilt. On fire with losing sleep every night. On fire with all of the manipulation and guilt and problems and traumas that you're walking around carrying. Some of y'all are in a really bad place. Some of y'all think that because you are financially barely holding on, if you were in a better position financially, it would give you all the joy that you could ever imagine. Well, let me ask you the question. Where's Anthony Bordeaux? CNN. Where's Robin Williams? Where's Shakir? Where's Chris Lighty? Where's Kate Spade? Some of us are walking around carrying so much guilt over the things that we said, we did, the dysfunction in our life that we have contributed to. And what makes it worse is the people that are running around playing the victim. The people that are running around crying, miserable, and everywhere they go, they're painting this picture that everything about what's going on in their life is it because of what everybody else did to them. You didn't say nothing. You didn't do nothing. You ain't raised your voice. You sweet, you innocent. You had nothing to do with the fact that you don't talk to your mama no more. You had nothing to do with the fact that you don't talk to your daddy. You got nothing to do with the fact that the family blackballed you and cut you off. You have nothing to do, listen to this part. You have nothing to do with the fact that your son or your daughter don't ever see their father. Getting a little choked up over here. How many more nights you gonna see your daughter or your son crying to go to sleep? And you're gonna paint this picture that the reason why your father ain't here is because he just doesn't want to be here. Or the mother. The reason why your mama ain't here is because your mama don't want to be here. How many times has he called? How many times has he tried to call you, pull up on you, check in, be there for the birthday, the holidays, be involved, have more of a presence in the child's life? But because you feel a way about him, you have decided to get in the way of that man or that woman having a stronger and better presence in that child's life. And you are so angry and so hostile and so bitter and so resentful towards that woman or towards that man that even if you got to witness your child suffering every day, all day, or growing up to feel empty inside, it doesn't matter, because your worldview is that you're the victim. Everything is about him, what he said, what he did. You're on fire. And you're extending that fire to your children. This is a voice note that's uncomfortable. Now, let me go even further, because it's very easy for you to think about the baby mama or the baby daddy for the children that are young. But now I'm going to direct this, before I wrap this video up, now I'm going to direct this to the grown men and the grown women that are 30 years old, 35 years old, 40 years old, the grown men and the grown women. I'm going to direct this to you. Have you ever asked your mama, have my daddy ever tried to reach me, get a hold of me, call me, show up for me, to my graduation, to the park, for my birthday, for holidays? You've made it clear, mom or dad, over the years that you and mom and dad didn't get along. But did my daddy ever try to reach me? Did he ever try and get a hold of me? Did he ever try and show up for me? And you felt the way about him, so you went out of your way to stop him from having access to me. And at a certain point, he just got so burned out, so fatigued, so tired of trying that he ended up quitting, which is what you wanted him to do in the first place. So did my daddy really not want to have anything to do with my life? Or did you go above and beyond to stop him from having a presence in my life? You're on fire. For years and for years and for years, you have been running around with your own monologue, with your version, your skewed and manipulated worldview. And like any magician, listen to this, like any magician, the worst magicians in the world are the ones who start believing their own tricks. So, cheers to you. And I hope you listen to this message and you make the decision that if you want to be intentional about having that woman or having that man to have a greater and stronger presence in your child or children's life, whether they've remarried, whether they've settled down, whether they've moved on with their life, there is a way for you to be more intentional about having that child to have a presence in their other parent's life. Intentional. Don't continue to convince yourself that you had nothing to do with the state that you're in, because I believe otherwise. If you make it to the end of this video, I want you to write hashtag this just gave me life. Hashtag this just gave me life. Eternal flames can be put out through prayer and forgiveness and just being intentional about doing it differently. God bless you.
Man, listen. This man just touched on so many things. Gave you so many different perspectives. Gave you so many answers to some of the questions that were out there. If you didn't catch it by watching it the first time, then I suggest you go back and listen. He's telling a story. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.